If you already have an application pending from us for asylum and you meet the requirements that I explained in this video, yes, you can apply for the DREAM Act, and I would recommend that you apply for the DREAM Act because you will be able to get your green card through this DREAM Act a lot faster than through your asylum application. If you're at the end of your asylum process and perhaps you have a hearing with the judge or you have an upcoming interview, we can talk to you about your case to really determine if it's best for you to continue with your asylum or if it's better for you to apply for the DREAM Act. If you're married, we would have to review your case to determine which option is better. If you already have a case through your spouse, you're halfway there, almost done, etc., it may be better for you to go ahead and finish your process through your spouse so that you can get your green card faster. However, if you do qualify for the DREAM Act and you haven't even started a process through your spouse, it might be better to get your green card through the DREAM Act. Again, all of these questions regarding your specific situation will require a consultation. We want to talk to you, understand the facts of your case, because you being married to a U.S. citizen may not be the same case as this other person married to a U.S. citizen and this other client married to a U.S. citizen. Anyone who's been arrested and has pled guilty or been convicted of a crime may qualify for the DREAM Act. It really depends on the particular circumstances of your case. What were your charges? What did you end up pleading guilty to? Was your case dismissed, etc.? There are certain crimes that automatically disqualify someone from being eligible for the DREAM Act, and also the same in DACA cases. So I would recommend that we review all the documents associated with your criminal case to determine if you qualify. The DREAM Act prohibits the following people from getting their green card. If you have been convicted of a felony is a crime for which a judge can sentence you to more than 12 months confinement. Also, if you have been convicted of 3 misdemeanors or more, you will automatically not be eligible. Under the misdemeanors, there is an exception. If you were convicted of single possession of marijuana in a state that no longer prosecutes people for single possession or marijuana, or where that's no longer a crime, that will not be held against you for this. Or if you've been convicted of domestic violence. The only exception to domestic violence is if you were acting in self-defense and you ended up getting arrested for that as well. Misdemeanors are crimes for which you can't be sentenced to more than 12 months. They vary. There are so many different misdemeanors, and I encourage you that if you have ever been arrested before, do not apply for the DREAM Act by yourself. You should definitely consult with an immigration attorney who has experience in immigration, who understands how criminal convictions can affect your eligibility for the process that you're applying for, in this case, the DREAM Act, and who can look at all the documentation from the court and give you with certainty an answer and say, this will not affect you, or yes, this will affect you, and that is how you can decide whether you should apply or not. According to the published bill from the House of Representatives, for those who do not currently have DACA, the filing fee that you'll pay Homeland Security is $495 to apply for your conditional permanent resident status, which is green card. For those of you who already have DACA, then your application fee has not been determined, and hopefully once this law is passed, if it's passed, then we'll know exactly what the fee will be. Anyone applying for a green card right now through a different program that has nothing to do with the DREAM Act, the fee is $1,225. I imagine that it's probably going to be the same, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. We'll see when this is actually an official law. Just a reminder, the House of Representatives is the only part of Congress that has passed the DREAM Act. We're still waiting on the Senate as of March 2021. We hope that in April we may have a decision. And also there's been some news that we are getting some additional Republican support, which we need in order to get this passed at the Senate level. The DREAM Act is just one part of what we call the Biden immigration plan, the really big bill that was introduced earlier this year with a ton of different benefits and laws that can help different groups of immigrants. But for today, we're just discussing the DREAM Act, and as soon as we have an update from the Senate, I will update you guys. And if you have any questions about whether you qualify, the requirements, etc., please post in the comments below and we will get